Hello, Sub-Zero here with the Ultimate Iron Man free to play. And so we've got a smithing grind ahead of us. This is where I'm using the law runes to teleport around to make it a bit more efficient. It's still one of my least favorite skills to train, especially on free to play. The route goes something like this. You use the Chronicle to get near the Varrock Southwest mine, mine iron there. Then you teleport to Falador, smelt it as you see here, Varrock teleport. Run up to the anvils at the armor shop, smith. Predominantly plate, but if you have 3 bars, it can also be chainmail or legs, because he'll accept all of that. Because you got the plate, you got chainmail, and you've got iron legs. So sell that off. Like I said, Chronicle back down then. Run over to the mine. And rinse and repeat for I think it's like 360 XP a run. So this is what I have been doing for a little while. I've gone from 39 smithing to 45. I should be able to get to about mid-50s if I calculate it correctly. Although I have made a few mistakes where you're supposed to use the Chronicle and you teleport Falador instead, you get caught up one step ahead. Or, because I'm doing iron here, sometimes you just get freaking terrible luck. And I've had 18 slots, that should be correct, 19 slots for iron. And in this inventory, there's some runs where I've had 4 bars, 4 iron bars out of this entire inventory. It's absolutely awful. And in that case, what I did is I teleported with the Chronicle back to the mine here, and then back to Falador, because 4 bars was not worth it to smelt it and sell it back again. Yeah. So yeah, 13 XP a bar, so 12 and a half. But that's not every time. That's 8 times this run. There's a lot of failures in there. This one's not too bad. Actually, that's pretty good. Okay, yeah. So then Varrock teleport again. Ideally, if it's just the plates or a series of 5 or 3, then I can just sell them directly, but the general store is not too far away. This is an example, so I'll make a medium helm where it's 1 bar left over, so I could sell these off and then run adjacent to, although realistically could also probably drop it for just the slight inefficiencies. So sell that off. Chronicle, sorry. That's where I was saying the teleports get a little mixed up. Normally I would keep the Chronicle in my inventory, so it's like, oh, that's why the layout is here. It's set up if I was to do steel. So I would fill this with iron, and then I would fill this with coal, and that would give me enough steel. But basically I get 6 steel bars, you know, 1 plate, and I could be wrong, but when I was, oh, that's also the scepter, so I would teleport up to Barbarian Village as 1 extra step, and get the coal there, and then still smelt it. But if I'm doing, even though the XP is better, I'm only doing 6 bars, where, you know, 12 and a half, but I was able to get 10, 11 bars there, with the run that I just did. So, yeah, please comment if I'm wrong, but it seems like the iron ore is better, for right now. Once you get to Myth, and you can superheat that, and I mean, first off, the hatchet upgrade at 51 is going to be the best hatchet I have. I've been using a steel hatchet for quite a while, so. And yes, it's not what I want long term, but it's still an upgrade, so I'll take that. Two so far. Okay. There we go. 3 out of 4. I opened my mouth and it... okay. That is not great. There. Okay, it's coming back at the end. So here I've got 5 and 3, so I can do a plate, body, and then chainmail or something else and sell it direct to him. So it's, even though it's on the lower side, it's still not too bad. But basically, if it's below 5 and I can't make a plate, it's kind of like, oh, it's bad enough, I'll redo that run. Chronicle, there we go. And so it absolutely covers the cost for the Chronicle to teleport back and forth. And I could drop the hammer and reacquire it in Varrock because it's by the general store. I don't know, going to the general store and back just for 1 extra iron. And yes, I realize I have the bone staff, or bone scepter, or skull scepter, not bone, sorry. It's bone fragments, that's why I get mixed up. You use bone fragments to fix the skull scepter. Very useful for me to collect that, not just for coal, but also for rune crafting. I think later on for body altar, yeah, body altar is right there, so I teleport here, go there when the rune crafting is mining, and then it would be walking all the way up here to the earth altar, where I could just teleport over there, Varrock, teleport, walk down. It's a significantly shorter route. I mean, you use the you're using law runes, or yeah, you're using law runes instead. I mean, technically you could use the Chronicle to here, but that's not really saving you much walking then. But that's what I was thinking for Runecraft doing body runes, as long as I have enough with the scepter. Should be faster than what I have been doing. I got 37 Runecraft basically just off of doing earth runes, walking back and again. It was anyway, so this run isn't looking too bad. Already got 4 bars from the start. There's 5, so we'll keep it. I'd like more than 5, but you know. Okay. Yeah, so there's an even longer way that I worked out to do this. I think that's probably still better to do like the 3 and then have the remainder be the helm or something like that. That way you still get the high value from the shop, but just if I could have even like a 2 option for him. So say plate legs was 2 bars instead of 3. So then I could, and say I ended up with 7 iron bars, then you could make a plate, body, and legs. Or if you ended up with 9 bars, you could make a plate, body, and 2 legs. You end up with 3 left over, so 8. You make a plate, body, and chainmail. But because I don't have a 2 option that he buys, or unless I'm missing something, but I don't have a 2 option that he buys, so I end up having to have 5, 8, 10, you know. I suppose technically I could do chain bodies for 9. It's the same XP per bar. It is less cash though. Sorry, this is some of the dialogue running through my head while I'm doing the routes here. It's like I'm already teleporting around, but can I trade off a little bit of cash for some efficiency? What's the trade-off? Is it worth it? It's, And so no bars yet. Wow. There we go. Yeah, it takes a little while to get that. Ugh. This run is okay. It's coming around towards the end, but that was a rough start for this go. You can't win all of them. But hey, I get magic XP every time I go around. There is a way to do this without teleporting. Well, technically it uses a Chronicle, but you don't need Law Runes for that, and free-to-play Law Runes are drop only, so those are more difficult. Chronicle you just use cash for. So there is a furnace in Lumbridge. So worst case, if I need to grind out a few levels and I don't want to do it, but you know, if I don't have the Law Runes and I need it right away, I could, you know, similarly use the Chronicle, teleport down, go to the mine. Basically that's going to be consistent because wherever you sell it, smith it, sell it, then it just gets you back here faster. Mine the stuff. Then take a canoe down to Lumbridge. You go right across the river, there's a bridge, and you're right at the furnace there. So then, you could take a canoe back, or you could use a second Chronicle, since the Chronicle takes you to the Champions Guild and the canoe takes you to the Champions Guild. So, depending how much you want to spend on the travels, you know, you can do either one, and then walk up, smith the bars, sell it the way you would here. There is some teleporting involved, but it's not like the Law Rune teleports Falador and whatnot. So in theory, I can sustain that without ever changing the actions I'm doing here. But that is so much slower. Even if you just take the canoe trip down to Lumbridge for the furnace, and you use 2 Chronicles, you know, basically for the return canoe trip, but then also to teleport after selling the stuff. But yeah, once I get to 51 hatchet upgrade, you might see me doing this for the next couple days. Already roughly halfway into day 10. Good return there. But yeah, day 10, it was... Just a second, I'm making plate bodies here. Darn. It's off by 1. I know the numbers, you add it up, it's like... Back and forth, okay. There we go. I don't know why I missed that one for some reason. It's like, is it over? No, it's 10 points you have to score. Don't do this one very often. There we go, now I can leave it. I mean, I gotta sell a helm to the general shop anyways. Also, to break up some of the monotony with this, like if I get a clue scroll, I'll take an opportunity to take care of that, because right next to the furnace in Falador, there's a spade drop, and that's critical for a lot of the clues. And so, you know, I'm already passing by there anyways, and it works out that when I go through there, I consume some of the iron, so I get extra inventory space. So why not? Now if it's like, go now I will drop some, just if it's out of the way, go cook a trout or something like that. It's not hard, I'm just not gonna be doing that right now, as that's not the setup I have for, but go talk to this guy, go do an emote in front of this guy, dig here, you know, all of those are fine. The, hey, you have to have a red cape and a chef's hat. No, not doing those. I think that's the one. It's like red cape and chef's hat. Something kind of random like that. No, not doing that one. It feels so weird. Yes, I have the rune full helm on still, but that's because I know it's just the RNG, but it took me over 8 hours at Ogress to get enough kills to get that. It was terrible RNG. I got rid of the Mythkite shield. All the other stuff, obviously need the pickaxe for mining. The weight of the rest is generally insignificant. Didn't realize the cape was half a unit there. Anyway, most of it still comes from the bars and such, so. So that one's not a bad combo. And so I am slowly making money doing this. Not really what I'm going for here. It's the XP that I want. But since the anvil's right there and teleporting in, sell stuff to him. Definitely covers the charges for the Chronicle, and a little bit extra, so when I need to replace my melee gear or ranged gear, that's covered. I mean, I got most of it back from when I sell it off, but you still have to make up that difference, so. it's a very useful skill to level up as it unlocks, you know. When I get above, you know, myth kites, so Addy, we're in, like, that's gonna be a huge increase for me versus making the drops what I got myth kite from ogresses. But just at this rate, it's so long to get. I mean, I guess at that point you would have more nature runes and use superheat. But that's a problem for future Sub-Zero. So, hey Ledia, how you doing? So, unlike the grind that happens with the events that come out, and you have to do the same one again and again for Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. Yeah, that sounds a bit like what I'm doing here. I've sped it up by using some teleports. You know, you might refer to them as speed potions or whatever else. But speed is relative, as you're well aware, right? So after I turn these bars into some armor, I'll show you the route that I'm taking to get this done. So ideally, I will have an increment of, say, 5 bars or 5 and 3, because, like, I can't sell the helm here. I can sell steel or iron chain body, iron plate body, and iron legs. And so the chainmail and the legs require 3 bars, where the plate body is 5. So if I have 5, 8, 13, you know, all those work nicely. You make the plate bodies, and then you go and use up the rest. So this is the start of the cycle. So I teleport down here to the mine. That uses the Chronicle, which is 300 gold each time you use it, so I have an excess in there. I go over here to the iron rocks. Mine back and forth between the two. Doesn't take too long, but I am faster generally than the respawn timer. And this is definitely faster than getting coal or some of the other ores. Okay, so now that I have a full load of iron, I teleport right next to a furnace. So I teleport here, and the furnace is in this building right next to it. I go here, and I smelt the iron ore. It's not 100% efficient. You lose about half, as you can see there, no bar. But I got a bar that time. No bar. Got a bar that time. Hey, that's 50%. Isn't that funny how that works? And so, because of the RNG here, in one run, out of all that ore, it should be 50-50, right? I had some runs where I had 4 bars, and I was like, nope, I'm mining again and coming back. That's not worth it. Other times I've had 12, 13 bars out of what, 19 or something like. So I get my collection of bars here, then I teleport to Varrock. And I will switch between walk and run, it's just that's recovering right now. So then I go to the anvil, make the plate bodies, and then I run into the same boat. I got 2 bars left over, so I'll do like a full helm. Sell off the goods, and then repeat it again. And, you know, this one's a little bit less, but I think it was if I got 2 plate bodies and the bars, it ends up being something like 360 XP per trip. That probably doesn't mean that much to you, but you saw how long one cycle takes, and that's with teleporting around. So I need like 3000 XP for the next level, but that gets me from 45 to 46. I don't need 46 smithing, I don't need 47, I don't need 48, 49, or even 50. 50 unlocks smith. So the next level up, so steel, then mithril. I need at least 51 to get a decent upgrade. That is the hatchet upgrade, so that would improve my wood cutting ability, because right now I'm limited to a steel hatchet that I can buy. So if I'm able to make my own, it's going to be more effective. Mining iron. There we go. Let's see how this one goes. Oh, I'm fully self-sufficient. This is an Ultimate Iron Man. I can't pick up anyone else's drops. I can't trade them. I gotta make everything. And technically, the myth hatchet drops from, I think it's 1 enemy in the wilderness. PKing area. Not particularly inclined to fight there for just a myth hatchet. And Addy hatchet drops from, I think it's greater demons in the wilderness? But same logic applies. I don't want to have to fight for a drop for it, especially in a higher risk area. Not that I've encountered too many PKers, but you know, you don't want to have to drag your gear in there, start fighting them, get it, and then get PK'd and lose everything. You can PK, there's PK worlds, but like what I'm on, you have to go into the wilderness to have PKers. You know, wilderness, wild, anything goes. So what that means is this area. So I'm teleporting between here, the mine here, over here for the furnace, then back, smith the stuff, sell it. So I'm doing this route. You would have to go up in the map in here. This is the wilderness, and this is where the PKers are. Not on this account. No, this account hasn't died, as far as I recall. I haven't lost anything here, not to PKers or anything. Although on an Ultimate Iron Man, that is a way of stacking items, and if you're going into dangerous territory, you can die to like an NPC, and all your items drop on the ground and they get saved for an hour. So as long as you come back in an hour, you can grab all your stuff again. So that's one way of keeping it safe, I guess, is just putting it in a stash, essentially. And that way, the PKer doesn't get essentially anything valuable, or more than you're willing to risk. At least, but once you die, you've got that time limit you're up against, so. Yeah, you know, not just self-sufficient on this account, I just want to make it really challenging for myself and not use a bank to store items, not give myself any benefit of the doubt whatsoever. I can't trade other players, I can't even use a bank to store items. This is all I get. That's my entire inventory. No extra spaces, anything else. It's part of why smithing sucks. I can't mine the iron, go deposit it in the bank, and then, gosh, that's terrible luck. 1 bar? Okay, there we go. Yeah. So this is it. That's the whole game mechanic, is you don't have any trades, any assistance, anything else. This is it. That's why it's Ultimate Iron Man. It's not just Iron Man, it's not just hardcore. Oh. This is what I was talking about. You see that? Like 4 bars. All of this empty space. On average, it should be half. This is... I know it's the same XP per bar, but when I get a run like that, I'm like, no, I'm mining it again. Like, I have so many empty spaces, at most... Ooh. I could do a ruby ring, but then I would also need cosmic runes to... Ruby, you're going away for right now. I need the space. Yeah, so at most I'm losing out on, say, 2 extra bars on average, and at most 4. But I already have those bars. So when it's that low, I feel like if nothing else for my own sanity, it's probably worth just kind of redoing the run. You know, mining again and smithing, but oh, those ones hurt right here. Oh, they get you. A little bit of gut punch there. Help sanity. Are you saying I'm already insane for doing this? Although that RNG, ooh, that's good. Only 3 missed bars. I'll take that gladly. Ooh. That's fantastic run there. You know, even if you ignore the 4 before, that's was that 9? From that one run, plus the 4 from before. Ooh. Above average run, even though I was using fewer ore on that. So out of 19, you know, you say 50-50, okay, you get 9. Like, I got 9 out of 15 ore. And so now we've got 3 there, so I can make a chain body. And so, like I said, it works out great because I can just sell everything to him. I don't need to go to another shop. That was 2 runs though, so RNG. Ugh. But hey, if we can get enough bounty contracts or blacksmithing contracts to get Briv to 9 jump, a couple days of mining some iron on old school here, that's nothing, right? Yes, but that's what I keep telling myself, because I only have 544 law runes still to use up. You know, probably not going to use the entire thing, so you keep a little bit of a buffer. But still, that's 250 trips to do. So, that's... And what, I'm at like halfway to a level. A little over halfway. Been on the same level since started this video. And this is the low level stuff. It gets progressively higher requirements. It doubles every 7 levels. So like I'm 45 right now. And I have 65,000 XP. But to get to so not 45, but 52, 7 levels more. Next levels, that's 130,000 XP. cover the next 7. It's most obvious when you think of it for like 92 to 99 with the max being halfway. And so it's like, wait a second. So you got to 92 and the amount of XP from 1 to 92 is the same as 92 to 99. It's like, yep. So the amount of time I have to spend mining and smithing is the same as what I have done so far with these trips. So I've got 6 levels today, I think it is. So with the one coming up, what I'm about to get, that would basically mean I doubled my smithing XP in one day. But then I have to do that again, so it's not 1 day's worth of manually mining, as you put it. It's 2 days worth, since, you know, it doubles for that next 7 levels. And then 4 days. And bear in mind, I'm not necessarily talking about actual days. I'm talking about 24 hours on the account. As, you know, this is 11 hours into day 10. So, yeah. So when I say I might be doing this for next couple of days, it's not a week of real time and I'll be back. I mean, it might be a week of real time and I'll be back, but more likely it's for this particular activity. Yes it is. In general, not so much. Combat, it's like you start attacking the creature safe spot, and then you're like, oh, it's a minute to kill them. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. But yeah, I appreciate you hanging out as you could. But yeah, try and catch you next time. 1 bar. Okay. There we go. It's like it's critical to unlocking really good upgrades for the account. It's just an annoying barrier it's behind. And for members, it's like, oh, go to Blast Furnace and buy the ore and do that. It's like, yeah, I know. And even mining is raised kind of passively through like runecraft, where you have to mine the essence. The magic you get it increases because you're teleporting around and using superheat and other attributes of it. And so it's might be slow, but you get passive leveling of those skills while raising, say, smithing or rune crafting. But smithing directly, I don't think there's an... Maybe there is and I'm missing it, but a less intensive version of this route. It's not hard. It's just like, okay, you mining, make sure you teleport to the right spot. You get a little bit of a break when you're going through a furnace here because it does all the ore at once. Technically, the bars get consumed at the same time, but you run out of those very quickly. And by the way, here's the spade I was talking about. Like, so I just go next door, grab the spade after I get an inventory cleared. Well, at least we got 5 that run. 6? Okay, 7? Nope, 6. Like I said, it's not hard, it's a little bit tedious, and so you start to, or I start to make mistakes, like maybe I used the Chronicle when I wasn't supposed to, or went to General Shop first instead of the Specialty Shop. I mean, this has been good for my mining level. I think I got a couple in there too. I think it was it 2? I want to say it was 2 mining levels while raising the smithing, just because the smithing is so much lower than my mining due to runecraft, and I think there was some stars that landed I was taken care of a little bit too. It like 7 days ago, 7 episodes ago, so I could be wrong, but it was somewhere in that time frame, I think, when I was getting like the 10,000 earth runes. Ugh. not a bad run there. So that's where this helps make up some of the differences. 10 out of 19 bars. Yeah, we'll let them fill up first. While I'm wrapping up here, just double checking the info. That should be correct. Yep. So, another Ultimate Ironman player, and did free-to-play for a while as well, so been a big help with my journey there and finding out some of the strategies with it. So you've seen what I'm gonna be doing here. It's just hours and hours of this, and so I don't want to have it be too repetitive for you guys. So we'll head over there, and again, you know, still UIM, still all that, but head over there. And anyways, thank you, and I will catch you guys next time.